Track number 8 is Take Me to the River. This is another old song that was on our debut EP that we recorded with Ben Tro from Sisu in 2013. Another one that we wanted to re-record for the album. This is possibly our most well-known song. It was featured on an episode of Black Mirror called Archangel, which was really cool. I remember when James sent this to me and I was kind of playing the chords. I had Spotify open on my laptop, and I think I was listening to some sort of playlist, and the Al Green song Take Me to the River was in that playlist, and I just remember singing that line over the chords that James had sent. Always intended on changing it, but it fit that well that I decided to keep it. And I hope we don't get sued for revealing that information.
It's quite similar to Higher in some ways, the way in which the vocal melody works and how you'll have phrases which will end after the bar. You get this feeling of movement throughout the whole of the verse. It's quite interesting, and I quite like how Lance does that and how he picks up and he drops the phrases throughout. There's a lot of work gone into the vocals just to create that sense of it opening up. Yeah, I think it comes through on the record. A big thanks on that goes to Russ. I think he understood what we were trying to do, and I think he captured it quite well.
Be there with you, then you wander to the river, and she leads you when you go under and stay there until you breathe in, breathe in.
Take Me to the River was one of the first songs me and Lance ever wrote, and I think it was like the first one that kind of proved that we were able to kind of write with me sort of doing the instrumental demo and then Lance kind of finishing off the melody and the lyrics. Not really sure how I ended up into this tuning, but again, as with some of our other songs, it's just a nice kind of tuning, good kind of full chords, atmospheric sounding. Quite like this transition in the chorus.
This is the main riff from Take Me to the River. I remember having to learn how to play Take Me to the River because it was a track that existed before I joined the band, so I was just learning it as it was. And I remember thinking it was really difficult and listened through it, and I noticed that there was a bar of 2 in the middle of that riff, which I hadn't even noticed, so I thought that was pretty clever. I remember the very, very first gig I ever played guitar for Kidsmoke was a Focus Wales gig at the Stute in Roslanna in North Wales. I was absolutely bricking it, mainly because I was worried that I'd mess up Take Me to the River, but I didn't, and it was fine, and I've played it a lot of times since then, so I'm not scared of it anymore.
Oh,
yes.
right. Cool. Good.
Oi! More! Encore!
More.
Take Me to the River. Instrumental.